Waiting. Sure. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Good evening. Right? Good afternoon. Good evening. Okay. Let's start. So yesterday we talked about section A. Now section B. Planning, budgeting, and forecasting. Uh, Planning, budgeting, and forecasting. Very, very important areas. It's giving echo. It's giving echo. So yesterday we talked about section A. Now section B. Planning, budgeting, and forecasting. There's a lag. Planning, budgeting, and forecasting.
I have muted, sir. Thank you, sir.
Hear it?
Screen on, sir. Forum team, they have understood.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Okay. So planning is fully theory, as you all know. Be careful about strategic planning and its models. Strategic planning and its model is heavily tested. What especially that Michael Porter's 5 forces, and then Michael Porter's generic model, then BCG growth share matrix. SWOT they will not check. SWOT is not so important, but these 3 models and distinction between mission, vision, that you should be top class in understanding. In essay questions also, they will ask you exactly identify in that essay case what is that they are talking about. Is it mission? Is it vision? And then you explain. In some paragraph they are talking about something, and you have to clearly identify mission, vision. That is a common question. And general question also will come, distinguish between mission and vision. Then in that planning area, be careful about explaining contingency planning, scenario planning. Then that strategic management process, that is including strategic planning, other models just now what we discussed, control and feedback. This is entirely technical theory. From planning area, you will get around 3 to 4 questions. From all this area, even maybe because section B is around 20 questions. In that, this technical area, you will get around 4 to 5, let me say 4 to 5 questions. Most of them concerned about these models, Michael Porter's and other things. Even in essay, you have to identify what is that out of 5 forces, what is that 1 force or 2 force they're asking you to explain. That is a common question. Okay. Then when we come to budgeting, of course, concepts in budgeting, theory-based questions in that. Entire budgeting, I'll expect around 9 questions. 9 plus 5, 14. 14, 15 questions from planning and budgeting. And the rest is from forecasting. Okay, 20 means not exactly 20, but around 20, we can say. So planning around 5 questions. Okay, and then budgeting around 9 to 10 questions. Okay, then rest is forecasting. In forecasting, again, learning curve and expected value analysis. Then that what's that? Another one, correlation coefficient, regression, um, not so much. It's just they will not ask you very difficult in that area. Regression analysis, yes. Um, they will tell you what is exactly difference between simple and multiple regression. Uh, what is the difference? What's the difference? Exact difference. Simple and multiple regression.
Simple will be one independent, one independent. Multiple will be having more than one independent.
Simple, one independent variable. Multiple is more than one. Yeah, more than one independent variables. Okay, that is nicely asked questions. But learning curve analysis, expected value, you will get good questions on that. Around 5 to 6 questions you will get. Considering 20% weightage, and this 20% weightage or any section weightage, it is not only for multiple choices. That let me be very clear. That much coverage will be there in the entire exam, including multiple choices and essays. Now coming back to planning, the budgeting. Don't expect budgeting means again numerical questions. I said around 9 to 10 budgeting questions. 50% is theory only again. Mm. Though calculations are enjoyable, the focus is always the concepts and mastery of concepts. Theory. I keep on telling last any exam you take it for the last 2 3 years, IMA has changed its way of asking. They're not focusing on too much numerical questions. The average right now is around 70% theory and 30% numerical questions. I know you all enjoy budgeting, calculation of numbers, etc., etc. But let me, what is the story now? Out of 20 questions, I split it, and 50% in this theory will come and 50% in numerical. So overall in the exam, around 70% theoretical and 30% numerical. I keep on telling everyone, you like numbers, but unfortunately, maybe I'm wrong. You pray I'm wrong, but you have to prepare it for everything. Because the idea is, as a finance leader, when you start working and other things, calculations nowadays, everything machines will do, robots will do, but we are much more than bots. So we need to tell why behind the numbers. Well, theory concept should be strong as a leader. That is why the focus right now is more questions on theoretical things. In budgeting, the area of focus in theory is, don't forget that budgetary slack, explaining budgetary slack.
Properly understanding the expenses revenues and revenues and our
Tendency in the managers to purposefully overstate the expenses and underestimate the revenues while they prepare budgets. What is the motive for that? Online people, YouTube people, you can chat. Answer to my questions, please. What is the sole purpose? Why they do like that in budget?
to show that they are cost beneficial. They want to show their higher officials they're lowing, making making low cost.
Basically, budgets are used as a evaluation tool. Managers feels that when they are evaluated budget versus actuals, using budget as lag means their managers will be happy when they evaluate. For cost center manager, budget is overestimated, but actually it is less. So managers can keep on telling that I saved the money, favorable variances. So they want to get that recognition, admiration, and also some money because it's a favorable variance. Your sales manager would like to dance because that fellow purposefully underestimated revenue in the budget, but actually more. Actual results are more, and your sales manager will say, I beat the budget favorable. So, your cost center managers, revenue center managers, if they have this tendency, that is really bad. That means, as a company, CFO and CEO, you must be worried lot. We cannot present to the investors any budget that has lot of budgetary slack. In simple word, budgetary slack is padding. It is called padding and cushioning. Okay, we are cushioning the expenses, overstating expenses. I'm cushioning. I don't want to give too much revenue in the budget. Mm. What happens if I don't perform? Mm. Then revenue variances will be unfavorable. So this thought process itself is wrong. If every managers prepare budgets, their department budgets with this kind of mindset, then it is not a realistic budget. Mm. Then you must be careful in the exam to explain budgetary approaches. How it is avoided means lot of budget guidance should be there. Your budgetary process itself begins with that warning from the budget directors. Hmm. See, that is the budgetary approaches, you will get that answer. In budgetary approaches, there is a top down, correct? Top down budgeting, which is also known as participative, sorry, authoritative, authoritative. But what is good is bottom up, that is participate. In both, even in bottom up means department managers are preparing, and if they prepare without any supervision, then there is a chance of budget slack. Even in bottom up budgeting, your top management is looking at you. Top management gives you a guidance, don't do this. Hmm. And your budgets are reviewed until it is approved. Hmm. They ask you a lot of questions. You have to present that budget to your managers. So they will find out at that time. Hmm. So budgetary slack can be reduced in participative budgeting because everyone is participating. Your top management through budgetary director keeps on asking you a lot of questions. How this came, explain to me this one. So when you explain to that one, they will think it is a budgetary slack. They will ask you to cut that. Hmm. So your question answered. Hmm. So budgetary slack can be controlled through bottom up budget. If they give you freedom, too much freedom, then participative means bottom up means yes, down level managers prepare the budgets, but with no too much freedom. Budgetary directors, they issue guidance, they issue manual, and they will tell you what is the CEO's outlook this year for the budget, which area needs to be concentrated. In that budgetary guidance, the budgetary director will say there is no scope for budgetary slack. Don't do that. Warning. Hmm. And from time to time, when they discuss with you, they find out your motivation also. That is why, as a finance manager, when you start this bottom up budgeting in your company, You have to be a coordinating everything and about your department managers. You have to find out, are they doing this budgetary slack? That is why you are studying these chapters. That's why you are going to become CMA and finance manager. You have to see within your subsidiary, your department managers should not be doing this budget slack. You should ask the right questions at the right time. And today, let's solve. That's okay. That question. Now, this area also heavily asked in the exam. Budgetary approaches. Advantages, both have advantages and disadvantages. In the exam, generally, the exam question setters will ask you identify two advantages, two limitations of each. There are so many bullet points you study in the, even I gave you notes, and in that also you will study in textbooks also. Maybe there are six bullet points you might have studied. But whatever comes in your mind, type that. Any two is okay. You will write two, that Vaishali will write two, anything different. It's okay. We cannot be standardizing there. Maybe there are six advantages, six disadvantages. In the textbooks you read it. In my notes you read it. But any two is okay. But here is the caution. What the two you are writing, you are typing, should be best out of the six. In your mind, best out of six you write. Best out of six, two you write. It's okay. But among that, try to be very good way of expressing your thoughts using nice terminology. Essay questions, terminology, using right words. Don't write simple English. Little bit add the spicy, I keep on telling you. If you don't use it, you're writing normal English with there's no grammatical things we don't check. Grammatical mistakes we ignore. But when I read your questions, when I read your answers, it should be appealing for the examiner. We should, how in the textbooks, how in the other things, right? How I give you notes with some terminology. That you should write. Maybe you are explaining correctly, maybe your answer is correct, but it is not a heavy English. The terminologies are missing. That's the problem. That's the where there is a sorry cut of figures. People, you have written correctly, but unfortunately, it is not, because the focus of these two case studies in the exam for you, 12 sub questions, is for what? When you start working in corporations, how do you type the email, professional email to your bosses? Do you write in the normal English? But you have to explain, right? That is the thing. Please take care. So budgeting, um, and then there's the roles of budgeting, right? Characteristics of successful budgeting. What budgets can do. Hmm? Um, it's a planning tool. It's a motivational tool. Um, it is what is it? Goal congruence. That is heavily asked in the exam. Explain goal congruence. Budget acts as a goal congruence tool. What is goal congruence? Harmonization or synchronization of alignment of thinking, objectives from the everyone. Budget is an exercise involving everyone in participative budgeting. So, budget acts as a goal congruence, planning tool, evaluation tool, motivational tool. Out of this, everything they cannot ask again. Maybe one in essay. All these things are somewhere in one paragraph they are asking, and in one question they are asking. You have to identify what is that they are talking. Again, goal congruence, budget is slack, roles of budget, and the budgeting approaches. This area. Okay. Revise that area. Prepare that. Now numbers, of course. As far as budgeting numbers, yes, definitely you'll get questions, and I keep on telling you, concentrate on any type of budget. Like it starts with a sales budget, ends with operating budget. Starts with sales budget, ends with master budget. Is of two types: operating and financial. Operating starts with sales budget, ends with pro forma P&L, pro forma income statement. In the financial budget, you have a pro forma balance sheet and, of course, cash budget. Everyone will get a question on cash budget, no matter what. I don't think you will come out of the exam hall without answering, without handling cash budget question. Cash is oxygen to the business. As a CMA, as a finance manager, your job is handling cash inflows and outflow, and definitely you will do cash budget in your real life also, professional life also, and definitely they will ask it. And the reverse questions also in that area, be careful. What is the reverse question? How much is the AR? Direct questions are cash collections schedule, cash disbursement schedule. But reverse question, just to disturb your mind, how much is the AR at the end of Q1? Means uncollected portion. Uncollected portion, that is classically they will ask you. And in the operating budgets, yes, we practiced production units budget, direct material purchases budget, then what is it? Cost of goods sold, production cost budget, and then operating cost, budget, non-manufacturing budget, and then the pro forma income statement. You will get the pro forma income statement, no doubt. Pro forma income statement, you will get it. Then non-manufacturing expenses budget with we did around 5 questions in that area. Given the last year budget, now expect selling in general how much. Some direct labor budget, a tricky question they will ask you. Purchases budget, maybe everything is, I can't say where these 5 questions will come, but definitely pro forma income statement, cash budget, guaranteed. Okay, get disclaimer, balance or ArivuPro not responsible if you prepare only this. Okay, next, let's go and handle some things. Okay, right now 20x7 income statement is here. Okay, they want you to calculate net income for x8. Here 20x7 is there. We need to calculate 20x net income. Okay, that's the question. And they have given something. Sales are expected to increase by 5%. Present sales will increase by 5%. So remove all the 3 zeros. Okay, later on we will see the answer. Assuming cost of sales and S&A expenses remain the same as a percentage of sales so they remain same as a percentage. Interest expense is the same. Interest expense is 8, same. And tax expense remains the same percentage of, okay, before EBIT, same percentage, sorry, same percentage of EBIT. Okay. Okay. Go ahead. Don't wait for me. Sales is increasing by 5%.
420.
So plus 5%, 420. Then cost of sales and S&A. No. Cost of sales and S&A remain the same percentage as sales.
5%.
That also will increase by 5%, no? What was the percentage if you want to get correctly? 220 divided by 400, how much? 50? 55.55 into 420. 231. Shortcut check. 220 plus 5%, how much in the calculator?
231.
231. Same thing. So to make sure. Okay, 420 minus 231.
189.
189. S&A expense therefore also goes up by 5%.
42. 40.
42. Operating income or EBIT. Okay, 189 minus 42.
47.
Now what they're telling, interest expense is the same, tax expense remain the same percentage. Okay, interest dollar amount is same and tax expense remain the same percentage of EBT. Okay, 147 minus 8, how much?
139.
33 divided by 132. What is the tax percentage?
0.25.
25 into 139. 139 into 25%.
34.75.
104.25. Answer is A. We did it rather slowly because I am explaining, but in exam don't waste time like this. What you should do, plus 5% like that, and here 25% you get now. 139 into 75% you do it. 139 into 75% directly answer that. Answer directly like that. No need to write like this in the working papers, in the calculators, just do 139 into 75%, 104.25. Here we do this step by step. But if you wait, you'll be wasting precious seconds here. Okay? Getting it? Online, getting it? Type yes, no. The live chat.
145% we can take and then we can proceed. Operating income 140 plus 5% and then we can proceed.
Check. 140 plus 5%. Shortcut. Very good. Yeah.
Because there is no any other.
There's no any other changes. You are right, absolutely. Brilliant. Okay. Since there is no percentage change, Yes, you're right. Very good, Shiv. 140 plus 5%. Continue. Just do it in the calculator in the exam. Just some small things you write down in the scratch pad. Online. You will communicate to me only via live chat. Okay. You can type your questions and I'll answer. I will not type the answers, but I will tell the answers. But I need to know whether you are understanding or not. You should say yes, no whenever I ask. Next. Okay, go ahead, do shortcuts, whatever you want to. I'll wait. Okay, they have given you actual 20x7 and they have also prepared proforma x8. Okay. If the strategic goal of this company is to improve efficiency of producing its goods, does the X8 proforma income statement indicate that? What is the goal? Improve efficiency. And they have given you two columns, two numbers, and the answers are given to you. Efficiency in producing its good means where we should talk about it. Efficiency in producing goods means which one? Which item we should concentrate? Check cost of sales. What is the percentage? 360 upon 600. 60, no? Yes. 402.6 divided by 660.
61.
Did you have efficiency? Cost of sales went up, right? So A is not correct. Yeah. Then gross margin is expected to increase in absolute dollars. Absolute dollar is not the idea. Anyway, A is not the answer. Now, net income one by one you should check now. See, gross margin we have given numbers. They are talking about numbers increase. $17,400, but numbers is not a good idea. Let me check the D. Sales. Sales have increased by 10%, no? Yes. 660 from 600 to 660. Sentence is correct. Net income is expected to decrease. How much is that? 61,500 upon 600, how much? 61.5 divided by 600, how much? 10.25, 10.3. 64.05 divided by 660. 97 now. 9.7. 9.7. Anyway, what is our job now? Is there any improve in the efficiency of production? That's what I'm now coming. Option A is correct, no? No, it has not improved. Correct? First time checking everything. Yeah, cost of goods sold increased. Answer is no. Efficiency in producing goods, not. No. because cost of sales increased. Here, yes, efficiency in producing goods. That means cost of sales. We did correct before. That's nothing to do with the efficiency in producing the goods. Answer is A. Simply we wasted time, but you are not telling me. Now only you got me.
You had marked wrong thing, so it's only
Yeah, but you should stop me at that time. Sir, you are wrong, you should say. After doing everything, confusing you, now he catch me. You should stop me going further.
you said option is wrong, so
I said wrong, but you say no, it is correct. Yeah, even I am going net income, you should stop me. Going gross margin, you should stop me. It's not that I'm planning, I know the answer, but simply a test of your patience. It's all mind game, guys. Exam is mind game. How you handle it. I'm watching, only he interjected me. No. Good, good. Online. Okay. How much financing needed? Read. Navya, read.
Solar Manufacturing is preparing its cash budget for the fourth quarter. It has $42,400 in cash on September 30. Sales are expected to be $104,300, $127,800 and $133,200 in October, November and December. All sales are cash sales. Solar's monthly operating expenses are expected to be $92,500, $89,400 and $94,300 in October, November and December. Monthly expenses include depreciation of $22,600 per month. Cash expenses are paid in the month incurred. Cash payments for merchandise inventory are expected to be $212,700 for the quarter. The desired cash balance on December 31 is $40,000. How much financing will solar manufacturing need during the quarter?
Easy. All sales are cash sales. Entire quarter. This is quarter 4. Read me, how much is the total gas sales?
$365,000.
276.
Happened. Is something wrong? Beginning cash is this, right? Sales, all are cash sales. Monthly expenses include this 22.6 into 3 every year, depreciation every month. Cash expenses are paid in the month incurred. They paid for inventory so much. Desired cash is 40. Or they are just asking how much is this one? Check. Point 3. Okay, these numbers are correct, Shiv. Double check, everyone.
55.8.
Minus 55, right? And we had a cash of plus 42.4. Yeah, we have a deficit of 13,400. Ending cash we want plus 40, right? Huh? This deficit needs to be financed. Plus 40, right?
Plus 40 because it is ending.
Ending cash balance is 40. Okay, positive, right? What is the question? How much financing is needed to have a desired cash balance of 40? Hmm. Hmm.
B.
Hmm. So you need 40 also. You need to finance this also. That means both we should get the money. So we can cover the 13.4 deficit and also we'd like to have 40 positive. Right. So we should get a loan for 53.4. That needs to be borrowed. How you said 121?
Depreciation.
Depreciation is non-cash. 13.4 is the deficit. Okay. That is a deficit during the quarter. But the question is how much financing will require, because you also want to have a positive 40 you want. Deficit you need to cover. So 40 plus 13.4, you need to get financing for 53.4. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, you started with the opening positive. Hmm? Correct, no? Because we have taken care beginning cash. After taking into beginning cash, there is a deficit. And this deficit we need to cover. Plus, our goal is to have a positive 40.
Operating expense includes depreciation.
They have written monthly expenses include depreciation. Monthly operating expenses so much. Yeah. But that includes depreciation. Depreciation is a non-cash. 22,600 per month, you should reduce it from monthly operating because we are talking about cash budget, right? In cash budget, depreciation is a non-cash. Okay, we'll see the answer later. What is the ending balance for common equity in pro forma balance sheet? This common equity. So right now they have a X7 balance sheet below. Sales, and they want X8 balance sheet. This is a 20X7. We need 20X18 balance for common equity. Okay, first understanding the question. So this common equity means it includes all those things, retained earnings, blah blah blah. Hmm.
Option D.
That's it. That's it. 10 seconds. 56 is the net income, no? That will add it. Equity means retained earnings also. 321, that's it. There's no dividends. It's okay. It's only net income. 265 plus 56, answer 10 seconds. If it is there, we should. I told you yesterday, they will not ask. If they give you, you do adjustment. But they will not specifically ask you to calculate that retrospective effect, etc. That's too much for CPAs. How much is net to fixed assets? they are telling all these things, net fixed assets, for example, they are remain same percentage of sales. Fixed. So right now fixed assets 200, X7 sales were 560. Now do quickly. 500 to 560, how much percentage? 60 divided by 500, how much? 12%, no? So this also plus 12%, do it in calculator. 2 to 4, that's it. All they're telling, cash, all these things will increase. Basically 12%. Accounts payable also 12%. Other accruals also 12%. Long-term debt is the same, no change. No change.
Other liabilities is current assets or non-current assets.
If they just say other liability.
While calculation of indirect method,
Hmm.
they are giving other liabilities, means you should categorize this as current assets or non-current assets.
Somewhere they might have given some note, no?
It is categorized as current assets only,
Current liability.
current liabilities.
Yeah. That means if they say long term, they will say long term liability. Otherwise, we should assume current. So basically, here total assets is 12%, no? Yeah? How much? Check. 385 plus 12%.
431.
431.2. Here it is same, no change. Here 70 plus 12%. 70 plus 12%. 78.4, and here it is 321. Balance sheet will not tell you because it's a bogus question. I was trying to see whether it will tell you, no, because there's so many other information missing. Okay. We answered this. How much, based on this, how much dividends company is forecasting to pay? Dividends. Hmm? Wonderful. Equity means total asset minus total liability, right? So it should be 2 lakh, right? But wait, question is how much dividend? They have given you net income 50, right? So 180 plus 50, how much? 230, right? But your equity is 200. Yeah, that means 30 is the dividend. See, 180 opening balance, right? Opening equity. Plus they are telling 50 net income. They're asking minus dividend, this one how much? But ending equity you can get it 460 minus 260, 200. So substituting that 30. Good question. Nagashri, 200 ಹೇಳ್ಬಾರ್ದು. ಸರಿ ಓದ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಕ್ವಶನ್. They're not asking equity amount. They're asking how much dividend. In equity, all components are there. Common equity outstanding, common stocks outstanding, there is the retained earnings, there is the treasury stock.
What if they have buyback treasury stocks? Then we can calculate that.
You can. Buyback minus it.
Buyback, they will be minusing it. In this itself, if it is there, we can't calculate this retained earnings.
You mean assuming buyback? Yeah, in that case, yes. Rolling budget. One quarter close, one quarter gets added. Can you add 430 plus 440 plus 460? 430 plus 440 plus 460.
1330.
1330. That's the revised estimation. Starting with Q2 as of beginning. So first they had a first quarter, okay, 2018, beginning of the quarter 1, that means January, they had 420, and then the next quarter 8 quarters they predicted. Beginning of the quarter 1 means it's in quarter 1 420, then they went into Q2, Q3, Q4, old one, and then they continued 2000x9, Q2 was 400, 410, 430, and then they went into 2019, Q1, Q2, like that they went. Okay, 440, 410, like that. Anyway, we're not in Q9. Now what they did, beginning with the Q2, they revised that. 430 they made it, 440, 460. New annual budgeted sales of 17.
50.
Answer is 17. This is the existing. Okay. Yeah. This is revised. You closed Q1. Okay. You have a revised estimation starting with Q2. 430, 440, 460. And they're asking annual budgeted sales of Q8. Okay, right now what is remaining? 3 quarters. So add that. This is the revised, always continuous budget is on revised basis. Remaining quarter in X8 is now Q2, Q3, Q4 only. Q1 is closed, no? 1750. In rolling budget, what we do? What they're asking, first para, they had a first quarter. Second para, they started with Q2. That means Q1 is over. But always continuous rolling budget is with the revised numbers. 400 became 430, 410 became 440, 430 became 460. How many quarters remaining in X8? 3. Q2, Q3, Q4. What is the question? What will be the new annual budgeted sales figure in Q8, in X8? 3 quarters remaining. Nice question. In rolling budget, what happens? When we close 1 month, we should say next 12 months. Update it. which is the proper definition of continuous or rolling budget? When you close one, suppose in your company there is a management wants a rolling budget for 12 months. So you close 1 month. That means 11 months of that year is remaining, and you should show 1 month of next year. But all updated. When you roll out first time, it is fixed budget, static budget. But rolling budget is on continuous updation. Correct? Not flexible. Assumptions we change it. Revised information should be given. In the above question, company has implemented quarterly rolling budget. When one Q1 is over, Q2, Q3, Q4 is remaining, but technically your management would like to see 4 quarters every time. So you should show Q1. What is the Q1 updated? 430. These numbers you should show. Here Q1 actual is budgeted is 400, right? 420. Maybe actual you should show. Actual maybe 380. And here you should show whatever 40 variance you should show. And then you put a column like this. Show this one, this one, this one, this one. Updated, revised. Monthly, quarterly, generally more popular is rolling budgets or quarterly rolling budget. First, this one when we rolled out, this is called a static budget, fixed budget. After that, we have to revise. Now you do. Quickly, come on. 260 plus 275 plus 290. How much?
38.
Okay. That's it. This. Because Q1 is over. As of the beginning, what will be the new annual sale? As of the beginning, Q2 260, X8, Q3 275, Q4. New annual they're asking. So that's why only these 3 numbers. But strictly, when you present your management, you will show Q1 also 230. Can you do 1045 plus 230? How much?
1275.
That will not be in the answer because they are asking annuals. But when you present your management, how do you show? Q1 budgeted was how much? 220 versus actual you show, and put double line like this. You are in the beginning of Q2, no actual. So like this you show, and you put double line. So your management they want to see 4 quarters every time. Updated, revised numbers. That's it. Nothing to do with the units. Rent is a fixed cost. The 8,000 divided by 4,000 into 6,000. Don't do that. ಅದೇ ಮಾಡಿದಲ್ಲ ನಾವು I know. I catch you. 12,000 ಬಂತ ಹೌದಾ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ
I didn't observe that it is fixed cost.
rent is a fixed cost
Sir, if
whether they say or not it is a fixed.
they are giving any relevant range information.
Yes, if it exceeds you should calculate that incremental cost, but in part 1 no, part 2 you love that. Superb decision making areas. You'll really enjoy part 2. Should enjoy part 1 also. Everything I should enjoy, sir, I'm enjoying, you should say. Nagushri. Whole CMA enjoyable, sir, you should say. I love it, you should say. Online people, how many times I should tell? Ask your doubts. These are a doubt clearing session mainly, not problem solving session. Correct? Rolling, right? Rolling.
But they are giving annually.
What is annually? Where should I read annually?
Operation period. Operation. Future operation.
Ongoing view of future operations. Q1 of X9 ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ. Flexible budget system. Shall what should have been with respect to actual volume?
But they are telling in advance.
If we know actual sales, would have been, would have been, is there no? Should have been, would have been with actual sales. But I don't like that word new in advance. You will not know in advance. Actual sales means it should happen. As long as you take correct answer, who cares? What is project budget? Hmm? Particular project? Huh? One time. Particular budget for particular project. Yes? Yes? Project resources are drawn from many departments. Project manager is appointed. Project budget is done. Construction of a ship, construction of anything. Company, overall company means it's overall company budgets means it's a sum of all the project budgets. Now, what is the disadvantage? I purposefully use the word staff drawn from many functional areas become project team. What's the disadvantage? Some people from accounting, some people from HR, some people from production. Everyone is drawn and made the project team. And for that, project budget is prepared. What is its disadvantage? You must review. So what? Suppose IT project team. Hmm? Or Vaishali will join that project team. Hmm? She will go to Japan. IT system implementation. She is a project accountant. Actually, they will tell, company will tell, Vaishali, you should stay there for 2 years. Now, she will be reporting to project manager. There will be software engineer, there will be, she will be taking accounting. She will be paying salaries like that. After 1 year, if our finance manager says, Vaishali, I need you come back. HR manager says another HR team, they take that HR back. Somebody takes Vaishali back. Then they send a junior to Vaishali there. Cost, it becomes Vaishali is paid heavily. And suddenly that heavy budget now again get confused. In the middle of some years, why they pull back Vaishali, they will send another one. Too much changes when you make it. We prepared budget based on Vaishali, but Vaishali finance manager said no, come back here, right? Then they send some junior. Anyway, they will say Vaishali, you set up everything, no? Come here. She enjoyed maybe 8 months only. Then she has to come back. Then they will send another person. Like that, HR manager will recall. Uh, Addition or deduction? Addition, deduction going on. Too much confusion when they review project actuals. Because budget was thinking that these are the team members. This is their cost. In Japan, this is their cost. But too many changes in the composition of project team means when you review, it becomes crazy. Disadvantage of rolling. Hmm? This is a project budget. This is a zero-based budget. You have to spend time on system. It's good for control, not for too much planning. You prepare budget for 1 year, right? Then you will keep on adding months revised budget. But the next 12 months you will not review now. As 1 month goes, as 1 quarter goes, you start reviewing, right? So it is not good for planning, budgeting too much. You keep on revising in rolling budget. Your budgeting department is every day busy because new information comes. They have to update, new update. But next, you see that earlier question. 8 quarters they budgeted, but that is unnecessary. Too much. Anyway, when we close one quarter, we are reviewing next 4 quarters. What is the use of planning for 8 quarters and again revising? But this is the job, they keep on doing it. But there's a disadvantage. Hmm. I not see.
Overhead allocation.
Based on labor hours.
Cost pool is allocated to the.
Yeah, this is production unit budget. Most appropriate is unit D. In selling and administrative is you may calculate all those, right? You need last month production units, you need this month production unit, sales units to project the sales commission. All those things you need, right? That is the correct picture. Hmm. 696 plus 82.4 minus 428. How much? Huh? Man. How much?
$350, sir.
Agashri, correct? I'm believing you guys. 696 around 200, no? Correct? She's confidently she's telling. I believe everyone, but let me. I'm getting that same. Why she told 2 times, man? Yeah. She was very confident, that's why. Okay, let's take break. 10 minutes break. Ten. ಹೆಸರು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಲ್ಲ. I think they say in YouTube only it is very good.
180 views.
ಹೌದಾ?
Not this.
Yesterday after night itself.
180.
I have time to see all this. But instead of here, YouTube will, is very fast, it seems like. So they can see here that it's lagging.
Since you are telling the.
No, the slides.
Okay.
Live it's coming very good, it seems. Here it is lagging.
I mean, the Use your telling.
No. Once I don't have time to, you tell me.
Okay, sir.
Wait, something.
Play backward.
Okay. Let me see, like,
Don't see that. Let's go for a break.
we had coffee. Yeah, I
Yeah,
did. Yeah. Just outside now for coffee.
Okay.
ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದೆ మీ ముగ్గురు ఎలాగైనా ఒక్కదాన్ని కూర్చొని ఏం చేస్తారు That's it, bro. Life is going on. Nishan bro? He's not. He's not. Then next wait. They didn't send the link. It's
7 waves. Who are there? I don't know. Including me, it is 7. Can we see the viewers?
No, we can't see which color.
I don't know. So I'm asking you.
Varuni.
Better call Nishan Pro name.
Nishan bro.
Tanishka. Who will give response?
Tanishka. Nishan bro. Are you there?
Live or not, remember Madam Sales in Navya. ರೊಕ್ಕ ಇರ್ತಾಳೆ ಅಂತ ವಾರಣಿ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಿದ್ದಾಳೆ.
She's there.
She will be there.
No, we don't get the names.
Sir, I know she's in YouTube. She attended in YouTube live, not in ArivuPro because they didn't send link it themselves. So she attended in YouTube live.
ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸರ್ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾಳೆ.
Already say present.
Right now she's there.
Texted them. Tanishka, ನಾನಿದ್ದೀನಿ. YouTube ಅಲ್ಲಿ join ಆಗಿ.
The gang went there.
Tanishka ಇದ್ದಾಳೆ sir online ಅಲ್ಲಿ.
Nishka, Varani, they're all there. Vaibu, which part he wrote? I'm confused.
Now he's studying for part 3.
Okay, let's continue. Okay, which is correctly paired. Here, bro.
Varuni sir. Kapia will take revenge one day.
Why?
Calling your name is like so.
Okay, which is the correct pair? They are getting good live. It's good for them. Write out selling, distribution. A advertising budget is shown on selling at Come on. Okay, take the calculator. 9,000 minus 3,300. Yeah, minus 1,200. Then interest minus 1,000. Then taxes. No? Yes. Net income. How much? Huh?
2,000.
Yeah, that's what she was said. How many people went to cost of goods manufactured? ಯಾಕೆ ಹಂಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀಯ ನೀನು? So 9,000 minus cost of goods sold minus selling and administrative expenses minus interest minus income tax expense. Okay. What is the cost of goods sold? You know what? No need to write down anything. Okay. Come on, take the calculator. 30,000 into 3 into 1.4 memory plus. Yeah. Then 30,000 into 1.5 into 15 memory plus. Yeah. Then 30,000 into 1.5 into 6 memory plus. Memory recall.
B. 700. 1,000.
Don't need to write anything in the such questions. Don't waste time in using scratch paper also in the exam. Simply 30,000. Memory plus, memory plus, memory plus, MRC. Write one by one, adding it.
30,000 also.
Yeah, 3 into 1.4 plus 1.5 into 15, like that, no?
35.7.
Yeah, into 30,000. That's good. That is also totally how much it will come?
35.7
35.7
into 30,000.
per lamp, right? Into 30,000. That's it. 107. Per unit, it will take so much. Per lamp, it will take so much.
Option C. The thing is, you want to buy something.
Annually, right?
Only for June.
62,400 divided by 12. Then this is also annually. You added that. This is for the month of July.
I've added both together and divided
Divided by 12. Anyway, what's the answer? What's the answer?
372,125.
C. Option C.
C. 1361575. Correct, no? Short trick, you can add that 62,400 plus 132 divided by 2 divided by 12. Done? No, Shri. E?
D.
Huh?
Purchase plus opening inventory minus.
Purchases, beginning inventory
Plus purchases.
plus purchases
Minus ending.
minus ending inventory is cost of goods. Beginning inventory 100, 800 plus 342, 720 minus 107, 520, 336,000. In the other question, we found out ending inventory, we found out, right? Now, now you should not go wrong. Make your life easy. Last 3 zeros remove. Yes,
Yes, sir. 16 days.
16. Ranga. See? Yes.
Bees.
Huh?
Bee.
Correct? Sure. You said something else.
Yeah, it started the beginning and end.
Directed ending.
Instead, I have added beginning inventory instead of.
Beginning inventory add ಮಾಡಿದಾನೆ ending inventory.
ಉಲ್ಟಾ ಮೊಬೈಲ್.
B now. Yes. Correct. How much?
36.
20, 10, 20 per unit. Per hour, no? 2 labor hours at 10 per direct labor hour. So $20. And total cost is 739 200 means you should produce 36,960 into $20 is this one. How much does KT need to budget for direct labor each month? Assume there are 4 weeks. What happened?
$29,000.
Two?
70.
Total
25 into 10.
25 office buildings. 250. Total
580.
5.
per week, all these things.
Yes.
And they're asking month, right? Into 4 weeks. How much?
29.
Exactly? Huh? $29,000 per month. You should budget. Straightforward.
$42,000.
234,000. Inventories. Direct material budget ಅಲ್ಲಿ add ending inventory minus beginning. Sales, sorry, purchase.
42, sir. 42,000 yards.
ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಮೆಂಟಿಗೆ ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. This is the requirement. Now you add 42 plus 96 minus 138 or whatever you do in this. ಅಮ್ಮ ನೀನು ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ.
ಅಂದ್ರೆ ರಿವರ್ಸ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀನಿ ಸರ್. ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ.
ಇದು ದಿಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಯು ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್. ನೋಡು ಎಂಥ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ. ತಪ್ಪ. She thought sales. Requirement she thought. Easy to 10 seconds. 19,800 divided by 6,000. My God.
3.33.
That's it. Langshri. ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಇವಳಿಂದ ಏನೋ ಒದ್ದಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. Except negative assertion questions will be asked more. Why? Why D? D is not correct, but why D? ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿದೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ. Variable cost per unit remain constant. They can't increase. They remain constant. Except total variable cost will increase. As the production volume increases, total variable cost increases. What are the rules? Fixed cost per unit, fixed cost total, variable cost behavior, fixed cost behavior. Variable cost per unit same, total fixed cost same, fixed cost per unit decreases. Total variable cost,
As volume increases,
it increases.
fixed cost per unit decreases.
ಅದಾಯ್ತು. Total variable cost.
My book got questions. Gaps.
He got it. He made he's intelligent boy, but he finished exam in 3.5 hours and came out. He's very aggressive, very intelligent fellow, but this costed him. Always I advise sit for 4 hours. There are some exceptions like him. Something happened 350, but in my career I have seen boys and girls, they finish in 3.5 hours, they also scored 450. That is also there. Exceptional talent. I used to tell now that after that, when I asked, why Jayashri, why you finished in 3.5 hours? She got angry on me. But she cleared 2 parts in the same window. Narrowly missed the world rank. 450 she got, at 430 she got. You should have got 480, 490. That's what she aimed at. Second part she finished in 3.5 hours. First part 3 hours 45 minutes. She said, I can't sit. Sir, if I would have sit, I would have made a mistakes. She got angry at me. Then there was one boy, Avinash, Chidambara, Vaibhav. Something wrong he wrote maybe. That is also correct. if I sit more time, maybe I'll make mistakes. I'll write something wrong. That is also correct. But not required. 4 hours are given to sit there. Hmm? See, we would not have talked about this boy if you would have passed finished.
1.5
Actually, he's intelligent, sharp, a good strategy. He wanted to finish this one also. No, he would have done. No, we would not have talked. By February, he would have finished. When something happens, only we talk. With Jayashree, whom I talked, she's now in Oracle. She is the assistant finance manager. So 5 years finished, she's there. Must be earning around 3 lakh per month now. She's very, very MCOM finished, this one finished, and everything as planned. By the age of 23, 24, she finished. CMA, MCOM done, other phases of life done, got the job, got the hubby, got the child, now finish. She's now maybe 28. Now she called me last week, last 10 days. Even for the tickets ceremony, I went. Some people are still. They called me. I said, "What happened, Jayashree?" So now I'm a little bit free. I want to do CPA like that. Yesterday CPA results came. Today morning. 3 of mine. 1 girl, 2 boys. That girl, she cleared 2 papers. Foreign auditing. Okay. Direct material purchase budget except questions only. These are called negative assertion questions. Like this only in the exam. Most of the questions will be negative assertion. A is correct, no? Huh? A is true, right? right? So something makes sense in B, right? If it increases, yeah, purchases decrease. Assuming beginning inventory, something like that, right? If beginning inventory increases, purchase decrease, no? Yes. Amount required per unit decreases. Purchases also decrease, no? Huh? Sure. Okay, I'm not confusing you now. Ending inventory increase means purchase should these wrong. Wait.
It decreases.
Per unit is decreasing, purchases also will decrease.
Keeping ending inventory, beginning inventory constant. See, okay, beginning inventory increase, beginning inventory increase, yeah, purchase automatically comes down, yes, keeping ending inventory as it is. We cannot mix ending inventory, beginning inventory. So this is true, yes. Now, same is not true if ending inventory increases, purchase will decrease. Because for requirement we are adding ending inventory, right? But it makes sense per unit required decreases, keeping all other constant, this also decreases. This is false, right? Keeping ending inventory, beginning inventory constant. We cannot mix everything. Right. Okay, like this. So many questions we can do, but the main area you are seeing all different questions. I did it in section B. 24 cooked and sold this month, and they will sell 0.8. What is the budgeted total variable cost? Okay, 4,900 plus 3,500. How much?
8,400.
That's it. Such questions also will come in the exam. Don't know. That's it. When we say 10 seconds, 10 seconds, I keep on telling. That means such questions also will come. Exam is psychology. Some questions will take 2-3 minutes. You take more than that, that's up to you. But questions are designed on an average, you should solve that in 1.8 minutes, 1.5 minutes. But those questions are also designed in such a way, even if you are most intelligent student, you will take 2 minutes. Most intelligent 10 seconds. Another question 3 minutes. Like that, even the exam setting, question setting is done like that. Using dummy. I keep on telling that your exam questions are tested before they are released. Right now, January, February, question data bank is ready. Question data bank means around 5,000 questions are ready. Multiple choices. And this ready, it goes for a vetting 6 months ago. 6 months ago in US, all age candidates, dummy candidates, they will come. They will take the test. Some mid experience, some young graduates, some postgraduates. They'll take the test. They will be given honorary certificate. And they will observe, is it really people are finding it difficult? Then they will again change the wordings. Like that, it's all scientifically tested. In that also, whatever having said that, 55% people fail, 45% people pass. That's the global pass rate for part 1. For part 2, little bit increase, 48% is the pass rate. Okay, so these are the different types of questions. Okay, so we can keep on doing it, but I think that's it. We covered a lot of questions today. So tomorrow we'll meet section C. Okay, section C, and day after tomorrow holiday, right? And then Friday section D, right? E and F, I will tell you general things. E and F, we can close this sessions on Friday, except Thursday. Okay, see you tomorrow.
Can we do
Section C, Friday.
So we want more MCQ questions in the end.
Okay, on Friday we'll keep E and F. D you can handle, right?
C we can
Tomorrow I planned for C.
D.
D we can omit.
So we want D.
tomorrow we can do C and D.
D tomorrow.
Then you'll get confused. Let's keep C tomorrow. E and F on Friday. D let's omit. D you can manage. Once you manage B and C, D is in between. You can manage that. Tomorrow section C. Day after tomorrow holiday. And Friday E and F will take. E and F all questions, some more questions. I'll tell the importance of it. Okay guys, bye bye. See you.
And the same PDF will be all the questions. For example, other sections questions also have kept like if this PDF is there, we can practice this.
That's what I'll send after. I have to make. I have to sit and make my notes. Somewhere I'll put it. Screenshots. This is not PDF. Okay. Bye bye. See you.